What's up everyone, welcome to another video, and before I get into this one we're going to do a little bit of an intro. Everything will be timestamped before, but before you click off and go, hey, I just want to see the tracks, I just want to see what's going on, just try and listen up for a little bit, because this is important. It's important. So I made a video a couple of days ago about needing your guys' help and that I was struggling with content creation and just general life, and I was honestly like utterly blown away. I got like 30 comments from people being like, you do you, like we support you, like keep doing what you're doing for the community. Just every comment I was like, what the hell, like people are so nice. And I've got to be honest, it was quite difficult for me to I was just so shocked. I was like, I didn't know how to feel about this. It was like amazing, but at the same time I was like, oh wow, like I didn't know people liked me. So I felt really good about it, but I felt really odd. Like, do I deserve this praise? Do I deserve these nice comments? And people were just utterly awesome. So, you know, you don't think that you make a difference when you comment something, but trust me, like I read every comment, I try and reply to every comment. I don't want just a generic response. Like, maybe once I get to a certain point, maybe it'll be impossible for me to answer comments, but for right now, like everyone who comments, I try and remember your name, I try and remember who you are, and I try and remember how much like that genuinely means to me, that when I'm struggling, when I'm trying to find my way a little bit, that I know that like you guys are there, and that's incredible really. So yeah, just I don't know what to say apart from I'm just absolutely blown away, and incredibly grateful. I think that's it. I'm just grateful. No matter how big a platform gets or how small a platform is, fans are the number one, and fans is probably the wrong word. Like subscribers and followers and friends are number one, you know. And the whole idea for this channel is that it is for the entertainment. That I want people to tune in, to feel motivated, to feel happy, to have a few minutes. Excuse me while I burp. I've been drinking coke, it makes me burp. To have a few minutes to, you know, to forget where they are for a little bit, get motivated and want to do something. And if someone like me can gain a small following and expand on that, then anyone can really do anything. And no matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, you know, you'll never get there alone, so reach out for some support if it's there, but at the same time work your ass off to do it. And nothing in life is ever given to us for free. And YouTube is another hobby of mine that it is difficult. It is really difficult to be a YouTuber. You've got to learn how to edit, you've got to learn how to be entertaining, how to pace your videos, how to speak to your audience, how to do all of that stuff. And it's an incredibly fun and rewarding challenge. And sometimes you're like, am I doing the right thing? So when you guys leave comments like that, it is humbling. I'm utterly grateful, and it motivates me to do more. And this is nuts that something like this could happen from just a video game that I enjoy playing. 6 to 7 months ago, I couldn't even really get around a track without crashing, so like this progression there. I never thought when I first uploaded a video that I would ever be talking to anyone or trying to motivate anyone or connecting with anyone. And it's crazy how life decisions we can make can project us onto an incredibly different path. And I'm just incredibly grateful, and I hope the growth continues, because there's something very addictive about creating content and the success behind it. And I'm very motivated to work harder, to learn more, to be 1% better every time. So I am truly grateful and truly humble. And before we move into the video, the main bulk of the video, just a massive shout out to Tylin. If you're watching this, I really appreciate the shout out you gave me the other day. If you guys haven't seen it, you can do what's known as community posts once you have 500 subs, and you can also mention someone. And he mentioned my channel and subbed, and the dude's got like 56k subscribers. You know, he's out there doing his own thing, and he took the time to just give me a mention, and I instantly shot up by 50 subs. And it made me think, like, wow, like what an incredible gesture by him. He didn't ask for anything, I didn't ask him to do it, and it connected me to a whole new audience. And he even shouted me out in a live, and I'm like, that dude didn't have to do any of that. And it's so easy when people are in a good position or a position of knowledge to want to hold on to that knowledge and success in their people and not share that. And it takes a real special individual to go out and share that knowledge. So it shows how much of an awesome person he is, to go and do that, and it shows that, you know, we all need to support each other, and that if I hope to repay the favor one day, if I blow up for subscribers, I'll make sure that I am for sure shouting that guy out and saying, look, if you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to his channel, because he has great energy, he motivates people, he wants you to do better, and I really do wish him all the best. So if he's watching this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. It's small gestures like that can mean the world to people, and I would love to repay that favor to someone. I hope one day that we can look back on these videos, and when I'm nearly at 500 subs and I'm at 50k subs and I spot someone who's doing good work, for sure I will repay that favor. And that philosophy was ingrained in me from martial arts, that when I first walked through a martial arts door, someone was ready to impart their knowledge on me. I was ready to take that knowledge on, realize that it's going to take a shit ton of hard work, and that when I got to that high level, when I became a black belt, when I became successful, it was my turn to impart that knowledge on someone. And when I saw a young kid, boy or girl, that was struggling with confidence, I see that person in myself, and the only difference between me and them is I decided to show up, I decided to work hard and stay at it, and anyone can do that, and I want to be that role model that they can look up to me and say, wow, I'm really glad you were there to impart that knowledge and make me a better person. And that is the role with the YouTube channel, is that I may not be the best at bikes, I'm very average, I'm fighting just to even qualify for pro races, and you know, when you watch my videos, I want people to know that they're a part of my community. I hope I can motivate some people, and that it might inspire them to go out and do their own project. Your thing might be you want to get into painting, and that's awesome. Like, I'm not a painter or anything like that, but I want you to think that you could be the best painter in the world, and that it'll take a crap ton of hard work, but go out there, fail often, fail all the time, learn how to fall, get back up, and be better at it. And I hope one day you can just turn around and be like, wow, that one sentence or that one thing you said made me feel better about that. And that's the whole thing about creation and everything else. You scared the life out of me. Sorry, my girlfriend just come in. I thought it was a robber. I was literally ready to throw hands with people, and she come through the door. I was about to mess her up. I was like, oh, who's coming through the door? But yeah, I really am grateful, and I want to impart that impact on other people as well. So, you know, let's keep this train rolling. If you are commenting, liking, subbing, you know, it is really massively appreciated, and it's something I'm genuinely passionate about. So, this Yamaha, by the way, I'm not saying I'm going to switch, but it is growing on me. I need to maybe ask my bro Petch if he can make me some custom graphics and kit for it, because his graphics are awesome. So yeah, I'm feeling this a lot. This Yam is growing on me. It's really solid, and I've got a wicked setup for it which I can share. But anyway, today's video, as I've mentioned before, I'm ready to kind of get my nose to the grindstone, get better at this game. And I've passed that beginner stage now. I'm into the intermediate stage, and I want to pass this intermediate stage and get into the pro stage. My goal is to be a top 15 to top 10 guy, is that I will be consistently up there within the top 15, top 10. I'm not asking to win races, because that's a milestone that is just too far away right now. But it's about gaining that speed, gaining that confidence, being able to put myself in a mindset to get better. So I've decided that I'm going to spend a fair bit of time practicing on the tracks coming up. I would say they're intermediate to pro tracks, and the goal is to put yourself in the hurt a little bit and realise that I suck at them, and not leave until I get a hell of a lot better at them. So I've set lap times on the wall. I've got goals where I will explain later on, and let's go through these tracks and explain why I chose those tracks, and why coming up now I will be looking to go on these more consistently. And it's going to suck, it's going to be awful, I'm not going to be quick, but that out of that, it will make me quicker. It's time to let go of these easier tracks. It's time to get into the hard stuff and progress my technique, and progress my speed, progress my confidence, and everything else. And the plan is, I will do series races occasionally, but my plan is to get quick enough so when the next championship comes along, I am there every round scoring solid points and progressing that on. And it's a goal I want to chase. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but I know when I look back on this and when I get a good result, that'll be something I've worked extremely hard for, and I will be very grateful to do it. So yeah, without further ado, let's go into the tracks that are going to make me faster. Okay, this track is a little bit of a hidden gem that I don't think many people use. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll put the link to all of these tracks in the bottom, but this is, I hope I'm saying it right, Linkoping. And I distinctively remember getting onto this track and being like, wow, this is difficult. And I revisited this track recently, and it showed my speed progression because I was so much better at it. I could get around it consistently without crashing. But this is one of the tracks I'm going to spend some more time on. The reason being, it's not the most technically demanding track in the world, but it is difficult, as you can see, to be consistent at it. It's also a really pretty track as well. It's one that I never see in public lobbies at all. And it's got some sections that really catch you out. You've got to set up turns nicely, like this triple coming up here is a booter. You've really got to send it over there. I'm going to come up short. Ooh, yeah, we good. Went down. But this is one of the tracks I'm going to be using to get quicker. It's taught me a lot more about bike control, setting up corners. You know, I'm progressing speed slowly. There's this split section here. I was taking the outside for ages, and it sounds stupid. This looks so easy, but I couldn't get consistently that double and single over, and it is night and day how much quicker I am compared to where I was before. Like this track was impossible to me. So I don't really have a lap time goal with this one. It's more of a consistency goal, and I've noticed that in my races I tend to wander once I do badly. I tend to get distracted with everything that's going on. That was a terrible line. And this track will be like my go-to warm-up track, where I'm just pounding out lap after lap after lap. I'm really building that consistency, teaching myself that throttle control, teaching myself good corner techniques, good braking points. It doesn't really get rough. There are rough sections, but the track is just gorgeous as well. It's one of those ones that is really underrated, and I hope this video will help more people to go towards it. I don't know the creator's name, but I know it's modelled off a real life track, and he has done an absolute fantastic job at it. But this will be one of my tracks I will be using to get better. So track number 1, that is Linkoping. Okay, coming in at track number 2, we have the mxgp of Lommel. Now, I absolutely love this track. This has quickly become easily one of my favourite tracks. When I play mxbikes games, I don't like fast, flat tracks. That is not for me. Although they may be fun to feel like they're going fast, to me, Lommel kind of encapsulates everything I like in a motocross game. It's rough, you bounce through sections, you've got to set stuff up, you've got to keep your momentum constantly, but it's also probably one of my weakest tracks. I've probably spent less than an hour on this track, and it is one that I'm adding to the list of I am just going to hammer this track to get better, and I know it will make me better. It's funny, it will probably take me the best part of 50 to 100 laps to really understand the layout of the lines, and then it'll take me another 100 to start attacking the track, and then it'll take me another 100 again to start really finding creative lines and finding flow and everything else. And I am prepared to do that. I am prepared to get better, because this is one of my weaker tracks, but I also really enjoy it. And it was funny, I was watching Reese Cooper, sorry if I said your name wrong, and he set the world record here. He's like a sand god, and he said he'd put over 1,000 laps into Lommel, and that just stuck with me. I was like, that's exactly what I need to do. And that when you see someone who's a crazy talent, it's not that they're a crazy talented person, it's that they've worked their ass off to do that in 1,000 laps. If you could get faster than 1,000 laps, that's obviously an insane amount of work. So the best lap time I've ever done here is a 2:15. The goal is to get as close to 2 minutes as humanly possible, so I've got up to 15 seconds to drop from my lap time. I think it's doable. Other people can do it, I can do it. It's just going to take a lot of time, but I love the flow of this track. I was a little bit intimidated by it at one point because I was like, nope, I'm not ready for that heartbreak right now. And to be honest, once I gained a little bit of speed, this is something I should have gone on to earlier, because it would have been frustrating, but I would have progressed more. That you hopping over these bumps, finding these little lines, that's what will make you better at the game. Like this wave section here coming up, I still haven't fully doubled, well, I'm not going to double through it now, I still haven't fully doubled through it. That will save me a load of time. Finding the smooth lines through here is going to save me a load of time. Being consistent will save me a load of time, and that when you leave a track like this and come onto another track that's smooth, you're just like, I'm just better at this game, because you've just spent 50 laps just bouncing your ass off through here, going, oh my god, this corner's rough, how do I do it? Do I stand up? Do I sit down? Do I lean here? Do I not lean here? And you take all those technicalities away with you, and you do get better at the game. So yeah, at the moment, ideal lap, as you can see on screen here, is a 2:15. That's the best I've been able to do on a 250F, and the goal is to drop at least 10 seconds off that lap time, at least. And once I do that, then I can move on to another track. But yeah, this is going to be one of my mainstays for the practice days. That in my Discord, if you join it, join that up on team training days. Llama will be a mainstay, and it will be painful. It will suck, and like any good thing in life, you'll get times where you kick to the floor all the time. Life isn't fair, and the only answer is that you just keep turning up, keep turning up, keep turning up. I guarantee you will get better, and I will be proof of that. That this 215, oh, a nice little backflip. We're gonna land that. Oh yeah, buddy. There we go. Little good omen right there. That 215 will drop to a 205. I may need some help. Owen Pittman, one of the fast pros that I know, has offered to help me out. So maybe I'll call on his services at some point to show me some different lines. And a lot of it will just be sitting here, just pounding out laps, testing the setup, pounding out laps, testing the setup, get some more laps in, test this setup, get some more laps in, do some racing, get some more laps in. And that, just like with any great thing in life, there just simply is no shortcuts. The shortcut doesn't exist. And that when you've got fierce competition and you want to be better at something, the answer is you've got to work your ass off, because there's that famous saying that when talent doesn't work hard, hard work. Oh, what is it? What is the saying? Between hard work and talent, when talented people do. Oh, I butchered it. I butchered it. But, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Obviously, it's great if you have both, but the real meat and bones of it is that there is no excuse for hard work at all. You could be the best mxbikes player in the world, and you can guarantee that eventually someone will come along that will just put in thousands and thousands of hours, and they will beat you. And I want to be that person that gets better and better and better. And that one day they're going to be like, how the hell has Callaway got this fast? They're like, what's going on? This dude was in 20th, he wasn't barely qualifying. Now all of a sudden that dude's barking on for a top 10, then a top 5. Now he's a threat. And that's exactly what I want to do. And how I'm going to get there is by just putting in the time. If I've got a spare hour, let's do 50 laps on Lommel. So yeah, that is number 2, Lemel. Right, track number 3 is Lirop. Now, I'm guessing you've already presumed that these tracks kind of have like a similarity to each other. They're kind of these, oh god, they're kind of like sandy, flowy, a lot of bumps and rough stuff and all that spicy jazz. And Lirop was one of them that I really need to practice as well. So I'm not good at any of these tracks, and that's the reason I'm practicing here, is that I suck here. I suck at all of these tracks. Whenever I come into even public lobbies, I'm not doing well. So this is why I'm putting it in now, and using these to get better, and that I will learn things from this that I won't get from other tracks. You know, like I put the video the other day of me winning at Farm 14 in Winchester. While it's good to do that, that's not, and it feels good on your ego at the time, you need to go and do things that you're uncomfortable with, and from that uncomfortable feeling, growth comes. And that's exactly what I'm trying to attack bikes with, is that I'm sick of being like this at the game, and I want to get better at it, and I will study and do laps upon laps upon laps. And this is Lirop is one of them that I really enjoy. These tracks. Is odd, although I suck at them and I get my ass kicked all the time, I genuinely really enjoy them, because these tracks make me think I'm playing a motocross game more than any other tracks that I'm playing, and that I feel more connected to the game itself. I feel a little bit more immersed, and I've done a brief amount of riding in real life, and when I think of a motocross track, this is the sort of terrain I think of, where it's not smooth, it's not easy, everything's a bit of a fight, you're tired when you get off, and your technique's got to be on point. If it slips, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to go down. And Lirop number 3 on the list. I can't remember exactly what my lap time was on here. I think, oh god, I think it was low 2 minutes. And that was a terrible line. I'm looking at the max head at the moment. Let's see what this lap time is, and it will give me a little idea. I think, no, it was in the it was in the 150s, and I wanted to get lower than the 150s. So I think my best, well, I'll have to check. I'll have to look at my trainer record and all that stuff. But I know I wanted to break into the 140. So if I could hit like a 149, I'd be happy, and then consistently be within that range. It's not just about doing one fast lap. It's about doing many fast laps, and that when you face adversity, when someone goes by you or whatever, it's not losing your head when someone takes you out, which, as you know, happens to me quite often, and it's about chasing those people down and getting into that top 10. So yeah, really good track. It's probably one that you guys have played a lot, and you don't see many servers up for it unless it's like deadies or organised races. You don't see many people spinning laps on Lommel. It's always like Farm 14, Winchester, Walnut, Forest, which is fine. If you enjoy the game for what it is, that's absolutely fine. But those tracks are only going to give you so much in the way of progression. They're only going to give you so much in the way of enjoyment to the point of where, yeah, everyone can go around, oh god damn it, everyone can go around Winchester fast, that's great, but when you get onto a challenging track like this, or you start to get into supercross, it's going to be a bit of a shock. So my plan is to kind of get into the thick of it and do nothing but these tracks for a while now. I'm not really, probably for the rest of the year, I will probably play this for the rest of the year in the hopes of getting better. I may enter a few championship rounds here and there, but the goal is to work towards the next championship, as it were. So yeah, coming in at number 3, Lirop. I don't think this track will come as a surprise to anyone, but it is the MXGP of Netherlands, better known as Oz, and I absolutely adore this track. This track is amazing. It's probably one of the most realistic motocross tracks ever made in any game ever, because it simulates exactly what a motocross track should be, and that is really goddamn difficult. Like, everywhere is a challenge, everywhere is a fight, everywhere is rough, and I suck at it. I don't do well here at all. And I watched, I think it was the Aerial MX Championship the other day, of how good those guys were, and even the top guys were struggling with consistency. It is a difficult track. It's to stay consistently quick on this. If you can do it, then you know you're good at the game. At the moment, I think my best ever lap time was a 2:09, and I want to get that as close to 2 minutes as possible, as well as being consistently within that time range as well. Like, I might put a 2:09 in for one lap, then have an absolute disaster and be 30 seconds slower, and that is something I'm really trying to work on, is that consistency. If you can go 10 seconds quicker, that's great, but you need to do it every single lap, and that's what makes good people into great people, is consistently performing at a high level as well. And I think I think everyone can be in agreement that whenever you play this track, even if you've had a horrible time for 20 minutes, you walk away, you jump on another track, and you're like, oh, I'm just better at bikes now. And this track is a test of patience, it's a test of everything, and it is painful to try and get good at the game on this. It'll kick your butt all over the place, and you're gonna have it, especially if you're beginner or intermediate, you're gonna have a tough time at this track. Even I bet some of the pro guys struggle on this track all the time, and that's why it's going to be probably my number 1 go-to, and I'm going to spend so many laps here. I'm going to know what the sand samples are like, I'm going to know the elements within that, I'm going to know that dude off to the right in the crowd that's artificially generated is Bob, and I'm going to figure out who his kids and wife are and what his ambitions are in life, because I'm going to spend that much time here, and it will make me better at the game. I'm already, you know, I can kind of get around the track okay, but I want to consistently attack that track and start winning in public lobbies, start bringing that lap time down, and that if that track ever comes up on the calendar within any series on any bike, that I know I can dependently qualify for that and get better at it, and that will in turn make me better at any motocross track. And who knows, there may be tracks that you might be able to suggest that would be better than these ones that I've mentioned, because they're all very similar, but I think these 4 are going to kick my butt for a long time, and the plan is to drop this from a 2:09 to 2 minutes as consistently as possible, and it will take me some time. It won't be tomorrow, it won't be next week, but it won't be in a month, and I really am looking forward when I can break through to that next barrier of speed, because I feel like I'm stagnant at the moment. I'm stuck within that one level of speed, and maybe, who knows, like, I don't use the right stick for rider weight side shift. I've always used just the left stick and the right stick for forward back lean. Maybe that's something I need to really learn. Perhaps maybe one day I'll have to go into first person mode, you know. I'll look at bike setup, I'll look at maybe the Kawasaki's not the best bike to use. I know that's blasphemy, since I'm OBPK Kawasaki, but you know, there's plenty of things that I can definitely improve on. So yeah, we've done a 2:11. I think my best here is a 2:09. But yeah, this track will test your patience on bikes. The slow speed physics are diabolical in bikes, so you've really got to be on your A game. You've got to keep that momentum. You've got to constantly look ahead and pick lines, just like you would in real life. It's funny, when you're a beginner at riding a motocross bike, you naturally look towards your front wheel, and then you're not looking at the corner coming up ahead. So you're looking down at your front wheel, and your technique goes to crap because your head's down, your posture's all terrible, your elbows are bent, they're not up. You're not in a good, oh Jesus Christ, you're not in a good rider attack position. And it's not until you start looking ahead and looking at the corner coming towards you that your technique starts getting better, and that comes with confidence and repetition and all the time. I noticed even in the game, I'm looking down at the bike, I'm not looking ahead to the corner in front of me and then setting myself up for that corner. I'm not looking at the person in front of me, I'm trying to set up a pass, and that will come with confidence, that will come with time, and it's just about getting your head down and putting in the lap. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're in a similar position to me speed-wise, then maybe this is something you want to be interested in. So join the Discord, and let's put some training days together. There's a great bunch of guys over there that most of them are quicker than me, which is awesome. So surround yourself with better people, and you will become better. And yeah, this is my plan, is to in the next few months, I want to be able to look back at this video and say, yep, I'm 3 seconds quicker here consistently, I'm 5 seconds here consistently quicker, and hopefully that bleeds out into other tracks as well. And it's just about putting the time in. It's funny that, like, you could look at this and, oh, this is just a video game, but to me it's a goal that I want to win at. It's not the fact that it's just a motocross video game. It's someone's presented me with a challenge of people are better than me, and that infuriates me. I can say, yeah, I'll be happy with a top 10, but my competitive nature's like, I want to win, and when you don't win, it sucks. And you put in more work, you turn up, you get 20th, and that sucks. And it takes a lot of courage from someone to do anything in life, and to come last place and work your butt off sucks. But I guarantee that eventually the people that stay, the people that don't quit, the people that keep going, you just keep creeping up, you keep creeping up, you keep getting better, you keep getting better. No matter what you're doing, it could be in your career, school, whatever you're doing, there's two things: is show up, be consistent, and work harder, and good things always happen. And yeah, this may just be a video game, but it's a mentality that you can apply to anything. And if you can apply it to one thing, you can apply it to all things, and the formula never changes. And it's very cliche of me to say, because I've had success in this and I had success in that, but there are a lot of things that I failed at. I tried a career in a different telecoms industry, completely fell flat on my ass there. There's been various martial arts that I failed at. My biggest regret is failing in being a professional MMA fighter, and I can remember every single time I lost, every single time I failed hurts way more than any win ever does. And losing, you always learn more about yourself than you do for your wins. And that is another cliche thing, that if you're winning all the time, you're like, why change anything? Because I'm winning all the time. But someone will close that gap on you, someone will creep up on you because they're sick of coming second place to you, and they will work their ass off. And a lot of people give up at that point because it sucks to come second all the time. And eventually, who knows, you may just break through and get to that top step of the podium, and it is difficult to get there. And people want this magic answer, and they get entitled and they think they deserve something. In reality, no one deserves shit, no one is entitled to shit. It's just about getting your nose down, being grateful for what you have, and working hard. And sometimes we all lose sight of that. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, nope, I'm eating a Haribo today, I'm not working out. And sometimes it kicks your ass for a couple of weeks, and you're like, right, I need to get back onto it, I need to do this, I need to do that. And you keep coming back, you keep coming back, you get knocked on your ass and you keep coming back. And you know, life's short, but if you maintain that philosophy and maintain that, you'll get a lot further than someone who sits there complaining that they wish they could do something, and that they'll say that your success is lucky, it wasn't earned. And they don't see the work that you do in the background. They don't see all the hard hours that you've put into anything you're passionate about. And they'll think you were given it. They'll think that they're entitled, that they should have been there. And in reality, all you've done is just outwork everyone. You've been smarter, you've got the right help, or whatever it may be. Maybe you've not even got the help. You've just decided to put your nose to the grindstone and go for it. And sometimes when we're at our lowest point, all you want to do is, nothing's worked for me, I just want to give up. But there is always a solution, always an answer, and we will get better. So we've gone a little bit deep in all of this, but you know, that is my mindset towards this game right now, towards everything right now, is I want to be number one. So you know, we're going to keep getting better, keep practicing, and see how it goes from there. But yeah, I massively appreciate all of you guys for the views, the subs, the comments, the likes. I know I can waffle on a little bit. If you have any other tracks that you'd like me to, that you would think would benefit my technique, then by all means, yeah, suggest them and I will take a look. But these are the ones I'm focused at the moment. These are the ones that are going to take me to the next level, and I will be in that top 10 one day. So you know, thank you guys for watching. I'll see when I can put out a video next, because my gym schedule's really hectic. I want to get back into shape, and I currently feel like Mr. Krabs, and I don't want to feel like that. Old crustacean, I want to feel like I'm back on it again, and that will take a lot of my time up. It's something I value, and it's something I will work hard against. So you know, while you're waiting, check out some of my other videos. But this one was fun, this one got deep, and this is something I will get better at. So one day we'll look back at this video and say, hey, remember when you sucked at this track? And good things will happen. So yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace and love, 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 love.